So hello, good evening, and thank you so much for tuning in to our Sunday evening live stream. So yes, we are here live for the next hour. We're going to be having a look at the 12Z data. We'll have a look at latest observations from XC weather. And, of course, we will also be looking at CFS V2 for the winter of 2021. So all of that's to come. So I had been hoping to bring you the Beijing Climate Centre for winter 2021 with this. But unfortunately, they haven't updated. They're keeping us waiting, unfortunately, at the moment. So I was hoping to do like a CFS versus Beijing Climate Centre sort of mash-up type thing and see what they are both showing for the next few months, including for the winter. We only have the CFS V2 to go at. So hopefully we'll be able to bring you the Beijing Climate Centre next. Hopefully we'll be able to bring you it next week. I'm not sure what the delay is. It would normally be updated by now. But there we go. That's it. We are reliant on all of these agencies and whatnot to get things updated for us. And when they don't bring us charts, then there's very little we can do about it. So just got to wait it out and see if and when the Beijing Climate Centre updates. But we have got CFS V2, and I'll be bringing that to you later on in the live stream. I'm going to be here for around an hour, something like that. So please get involved in the live chat. We're taking questions as well. So yes, just have a good chat with one another and see how we're all doing on this Sunday afternoon. We've got 35 concurrent viewers. Hello, good evening, and thank you so much, everybody, for being with us on this Sunday evening. So, of course, I've been away for the past week. I've been having a rest. I hope you've all been enjoying the videos that Savvy has been uploading, though, for us. So, Savvy's done the 5-day forecast and weekend forecast too. So, if everybody can say thank you to Savvy for his forecast while I've been away and having this little break, that would be absolutely fantastic. I think Savvy's done a really great job, really amazing, and I love the humour that Savvy brings to his forecast as well. I'm not that good at the humorous side of things, so yeah, I think Savvy's done really well with his 5-day and weekend forecast. So if everybody can say thank you to Savvy for the 5-day and weekend forecast on Wednesday and Saturday while I've been having my little break, that would be absolutely fantastic. And I know I've been seeing the comments that you've been leaving for Savvy, that you've all been enjoying his forecast. So Savvy's actually going to be doing more 5-day forecasts for me on a Wednesday. So not every Wednesday probably, because Savvy's very busy with his own gaming channel. So when Sam's not available to do the 5-day forecast, then you'll be stuck with me, unfortunately. But some Wednesdays anyway, Savvy will be doing the 5-day forecast for me, just to allow me to have a little bit more of a relax on a Wednesday. We do live stream on a Wednesday as well, so that would be quite helpful, I think. So yeah, that's the plan anyway. But you'll be seeing more of Savvy's 5-day forecast on a Wednesday, but not every Wednesday. Sometimes I'll have to. You'll still have to put up with me doing the 5-day forecast on some Wednesdays. Okay, so that's the plan. And yeah, if everybody can say thank you to Savvy again for the efforts with 5-day weekend forecast over the past few days, that'd be absolutely great. And also for moderating the live stream. Got a very large fly buzzing round as well with its towers at the moment. That's going to be quite distracting, isn't it? Yes, if everybody can say thank you to Savvy for moderating the live stream as well, that would be absolutely fantastic. Got a very busy chat at the moment. As always, I'm just going to go through the comments, pick out as many as I can. When the chat is this busy, some people unfortunately are not going to be able to get their questions answered. So it's just in the, just the luck of the draw whether I see the question that you've answered or not. If it's not, if I don't pick out your question, then you can always ask it again on another occasion. So we live stream very regularly on a Wednesday, on a Sunday, sometimes on a Friday night as well. Although we don't really take take questions on a Friday actually, but there's plenty of opportunities, plenty of opportunities for you to ask your question. So if I don't see it today, then there will be other opportunities to be able to do that. You can Super Chat is enabled for this live stream. That will flag up your comment, and I will see it. You will definitely get an answer there. You don't have to, but it's an option if there's something that you particularly want answering. Otherwise, it's a case of going through the live chat and seeing what you're all saying. Right, so as I say, very, very busy chat. So I've been seeing you all chatting away with one another over the past half an hour or so as I've been setting up live stream. As I say, it's always great to see you, see people waiting for you. It tells you that you're not going to be talking to dead air, really. So it's always nice to see people having a chat and getting involved. So first person in was Callum Turley. Good evening, Callum. Luke R is with us as well. I saw that Luke's cousin is going to be celebrating his birthday, so I'm going to give a birthday shout out to Luke's cousin. I think so. If I can see who Luke's cousin is, so let's have a look. So I can't see who Luke's cousin is actually, but happy birthday to Luke's cousin in any case. Right, Lisa Cotton is with us as well. Good evening, Lisa. Iceman is with us. Also, good evening, Iceman. Right, we've also got Gasta with us saying hello. So good evening, Gasta. Who else is with us? Mohammed is with us, I think. So got Mohammed Hassan with us. Good evening, Mohammed. Alan Petru is with us. Hi, Gavin, everyone. It's been a lovely day here after last night's heavy rain. More than I expected. Was it the rain that you had more rain you expected, or you didn't expect the nice day? But yeah, it's not been too bad where I am in Northampton. It's been quite a nice day. The breeze does have a bit of a chill to it. Again, very disappointing temperatures really for what is like the middle of summer. You would expect it to be warmer than it is really, but nevertheless, it's not been too bad really. Alan's saying there's some reports that next weekend could turn warmer and thundery. I haven't heard that, Alan, but have a look at 12Z very shortly. Chris Ailing is with us. Also, Weather with Seth is with us. Good evening, Weather with Seth. I love that username. Good evening, Weather with Seth, and also to Chris, Evie Star Cohen is with us, or Eva Star Cohen. Good evening, Evie Star. Or Avatar, I think that is. So it's always great to see new names. Good evening. And sorry if I pronounce your name incorrectly, of course. So Luke's cousin is Ollie. So happy birthday to Ollie for Tuesday. Yeah, happy birthday. Right, also moving down. So Jonathan Davis is asking me, as ever, I probably have to pull the glasses down to have a look at what you're saying. So just bear with me, the eyes aren't very good. But Jonathan Davis saying, evening guys, can any weather enthusiast please explain how CFS V2 has high pressure and settle first week of August, yet all models show low pressure over UK? I don't get it. They're all just different models with different starting parameters, Jonathan, so, and different computing powers as well. So the CFS V2 is like a seasonal model, whereas like the EC Ensembles, for example, is a shorter range, probably at a slightly higher resolution, I would have thought, for the shorter range, but doesn't extend into longer range time frames. But what you really need to do, because I've seen you asking about this quite a bit, so what you need to do is take seriously forecasts up to like 5 to 7 days. That's within the reliable time frame. 10 to 14 days is kind of like experimental. Sometimes these models will have things correctly for the 10 to 14 day time frame, but not always. So take that sort of forecast time frame, 10 to 14 days, kind of with a pinch of salt. Don't take it too seriously. But sometimes the trends that the models pick up on, particularly you have 2 or 3 models going all in the same direction for the 10 to 14 day time frame, sometimes that can be an indication of what's going to happen, but not always. And then, like anything beyond that, anything beyond 14 days, so anything in the 3-4 week time frame, 6 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, what we're going to do later on with CFS V2, looking at winter, that is all just for fun. It's just for a laugh, so it's not to be taken seriously at all. Just like a snapshot of what these models are showing. So keep in mind that the further out you go, the more unreliable it's going to get. The reliable time frame generally is around 5 to 7 days. Some scenarios, actually, the reliable time frame will be under 5 days. If we get northern blocking setting up in the middle of winter, you will see model reliability plunging probably to around 2 to 3 days at best. But generally, most scenarios 5 to 7 days if a reliable time frame, sometimes up to 14 days, 10 to 14 days can be reliable. And that would be particularly in winter with zonality. I've seen sort of GFS forecasts out to like 10 to 14 days, but are pretty good in a flat zonal westerly Atlantic driven type pattern in the middle of the winter. But if you start throwing in unusual synoptics, things like northern blocking, southerly tracking jet streams, high pressure over Scandinavia or Greenland, that sort of area, then model reliability will actually plunge under 5 days in the winter sometimes. So the further out you go, the more unreliable it gets. And so in the time frame you're talking about there, like early August, you can expect the models to be playing around with various options and possibilities and scenarios. But you should only look at that sort of the model output for that sort of time frame for general overall trends, and not to take it particularly seriously. Hope it explains the question. Okay, so, or I hope that answers the question. Okay, so let's see who else is with us. So, yes, our moderator Savvy has joined. So, hello, Savvy. Thanks so much for moderating. Who else do we have with us? Let's have a look and see. So, we have got Alpha SB with us. Good evening, SB. Thank you so much for tuning in to our live stream this evening. It's very, very kind of you to be with us on our live stream tonight. Mark Kanish is with us. Hi, Gavin. Welcome back. So, Mark's saying, not looking great for the summer, northern blocking. Could it be La Nina? Possible, Mark, but La Nina is having an effect on things. I still don't think this La Nina is probably strong enough to be having that much of an impact on the overall sort of northern hemispheric pattern. But it is interesting. We do know that generally developing La Ninas are not particularly good signal for the summer. Yes, we're having sort of an in-between summer, really. It hasn't been overly bad, I have to say, where I'm. Has often been cool. It's not been a 2007 or a 2012 here. Further north, it has been worse than that. So northwestern Britain, I know you've had a very, very bad summer so far. Down in the south, like through the Midlands, southern, southeastern, it's not been that bad. But it's not been great. But things could be about to get even worse. We'll have a look at the 12s there later on. The summer forecast is in trouble now, and I'm not letting any cats out of the bag saying that, because we'd already established that, like the last 10 days, week or so of July was when we was looking for the Azores high to really build in. Remember, 1990 was a key analogue year within our summer updates. And so we're looking for the Azores high to really punch its way in, as it did in 1990 in the second half of July. There's very little sign of that. If anything, the model output could be going in the opposite direction, actually weakening the Azores high further and beginning to play around with northern blocking. So the summer forecast is in very, very big trouble. I won't update the summer forecast. It is what it is. When we release our forecast at Gasweb, it's our long range forecast. We just let them stand on their own terms. We don't change them or update them as we go along. So the summer forecast will be the summer forecast, and it'll either be a success or a failure, and we'll know by the time we get to like the beginning of August which way it's going to go. But at the moment, the summer forecast is in a bit of trouble, and we shall wait to see what happens in the next week or so. I've got 65 concurrent viewers, just popped at 66, so hello, good evening, thank you so much everybody for tuning in. In around 10 minutes time or so, we're going to have a look at some observational data, have a look at the EC Ensembles from the Icelandic Met Office, and we'll have a look at the 12Z. Later on in the live stream, we're going to have a look at CFS V2 for the next few months, including the winter 2020-21. If everybody can smash your like button, not literally, hopefully, but if everybody can give us a like on video, that would be absolutely fantastic. Right, who else we have with us? So, Iceman saying, looking forward to the stream, Gav. I can tell it's going to be a good one. Hopefully it's going to be okay. Iceman, I'm feeling a little bit rusty, I have to say. I've not gone into the swing of things yet. This is my sort of return day back. So I've got to sort of get myself into the swing of things again. But yeah, so we shall see how the live stream goes. Kevin Barber, top mark Sally for your great weather forecasting professional with your great comical aura. I was signaling to myself at the stream, less humour. Well, yeah, Sally did a great job, Kevin, and thank you so much for being with us on our live stream tonight. Alan Petru, I've got a suggestion for a historic video, the summer of 1970. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility, Alan. 1970 could definitely make it as a historic video. Also had a White Christmas, of course, didn't it, in 1970? So you could combine the summer like with Winter 70-71. Although Winter 70-71 overall wasn't that interesting because after Christmas it got mild and was generally quite nondescript. But up to Christmas it was pretty interesting. So yeah, 1970 could definitely make it as a historic video. After doing so many from the 1940s though, I think this coming historic video, we will, for the August Bank Holiday weekend, August Bank Holiday Monday, we will probably make that a little bit more recent. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet completely, but I want it to be a more recent historic video. So it's definitely possible that that's what we'll be doing on August. Not looking too far back at all. Sadly suggesting 2013-14, that very stormy winter. That is definitely a possibility. Yes, it definitely is. And there are one or two other possibilities as well. But I'll let everybody know nearer the time. Right, who else is with us? So Jelma van der Graaf. Good evening all from the Netherlands. Good evening, Jelma. Thank you so much for being with us from the Netherlands. If we've got people watching from other countries outside of the UK, then please let us know through the live chat. But our live stream has gone international. But good evening, Jelma. Thank you for being with us. Shiram is with us. My good friend Shiram saying evening, Gavin. James Young saying, hey, everyone. Because I'm Sally on the Viz. Yes, indeed. Who else is with us? So, I can see that we've got Mark also saying, well done with 5-day forecast. So, yes, indeed. Shiram saying Sally's an ace forecaster. Well done. Josh White is with us. Evening, everyone. Hope you've all had a good day. Welcome back, Gav. Hope you had a relaxing break. Yes, I did, Josh. I was ready to have a rest, and I have had a really good rest. Actually, I've not been anywhere. I just stayed at home and just generally sort of rested out. I couldn't do very much in the garden because you know, it's not been particularly good weather, but I just had a rest, and for around 2 days, Monday, Tuesday, I basically just slept it out, to be honest. So I was very, very tired. I hadn't realised how tired I got actually. So I had got very, very tired, and Monday and Tuesday I basically just slept, and then Wednesday, Thursday I sort of rallied a little bit, and but yeah, it's been a lovely time. It's been great. So thank you to everybody who has enabled this for me, enabled me to be able to have this break. So Richard and Neil for moderating the comments to gazwebbies.com. So thank you to Richard and to Neil Savvy for doing the 5-day weekend broadcast. Savvy and Paul James for moderating the comments. So just big thank you to everybody. It's been like a group effort for all of you to sort of help and support me to go off and be able to have this break. Because people don't realise how much is involved with like the Gaz Webbies project. There's so much involved. There's a website, YouTube channel, Twitter, Facebook. I'm on Instagram, but I don't do as much with Instagram as I should do. And, you know, it all needs maintaining, it all needs moderating, and it needs people to check what's going on these platforms. And so when I have to have a break, then I need other people to kind of do that for me, really. So big thank you to all of you who have enabled me to be able to have these few days rest, because I really did need it. A couple of minutes ago, we popped up to 70 concurrent viewers, so turning into quite a big live stream again. Hello, good evening, and thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to our live stream this evening. In around 5 minutes or so's time, we're going to have a look at a little bit of the observational data. We'll have a look at the EC Ensembles, and we'll have a look at the 12Z as well. Richard is with us, so I just saying about Richard helping out on the moderating comments at gazwebbies.com. Richard Trott is with us, saying good evening, everyone. Big game also about to start. So I'm competing, am I, Rich? I'm competing with the football. Oh dear. So I can't really compete with football matches, I don't think. But, you know, you can sort of listen to me and watch the football at the same time, I suppose. You can multitask. But thank you for being with us anyway, Rich. Jalma saying just had a few showers, some more over the North Sea, maybe they can bring more rain. Excuse me, Mark Kanish is saying, Gavin did the 1940s, could you at some point do summer 1949? I've heard it was hot one. Could definitely turn up as a historic video, Mark. Josh saying, lovely warm sunny evening in Somerset. Yeah, it's not bad here either, Josh. Andy is with us. City Andy is with us as well. So good evening, Andy. Sean saying, hi, Gav. Welcome back. Good evening, Sean. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. Rob Randall is with us saying, hi from sunny Scarborough. So also we've got Central Banker WW3 saying, can you guys tell us when would it snow? Well, I can tell you it's not going to be any time soon because it's July. So unless you're on the top of the mountain somewhere in northern Canada, then it's very unlikely to snow anywhere in the northern hemisphere. And beyond that, so like the end of the year, we'll be looking to see whether it snows then. But you've got a while to wait, I'm afraid, my friend. Sorry to give you the bad news, but there we go. It is July, and it's not going to snow anytime soon. I can assure you of that. So, also, Iceman saying, Sammy loves your forecast. Brilliant. Love that you added your own style. Yep, indeed. Adam Turner is with us. Good evening, Adam. Good evening, Gav. Hope you had a nice break. Yes, I had a fantastic break. Thank you, Adam. And thank you for being with us, my friend. Rob is saying, looking forward to this heat wave when it gets here, and ideas when and how hot it will likely get in Scarborough. Is there a suggestion of the heat wave? I've not seen any sign of a heat wave. I know I've been sort of off the scene a little bit, but I did Gaz Webbies Sunny Roundup. I couldn't see any sign of a heat wave when I was looking at the midnight runs. Gaz Webbies Sunny Roundup. Far from it. So, is there a suggestion somewhere that there's going to be a heat wave? Maybe I'm a bit out of the loop with that, but certainly I haven't. I haven't seen any sign of it. We will have a look at 12Z data though very shortly. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there is going to be a heat wave, but we shall see. Okay, so Nikki Patterson is with us. Good evening, Nikki Patterson. Katrine is with us, Katrine Bates. So everybody's with us, so thank you so much everybody for being with us on this Sunday evening for my return live stream. So Katrine is saying, thank you so for your wonderful hard work for the 5-day and 7-day forecast. Yes, indeed. Right, so let's see who else is with us. So I think we're pulling down to the bottom of the chat, aren't we? So, as ever with this, it does have a tendency to pull down to the final comment. It always tries to get you to the last comment, and as you know, I'm always running behind, really. So I'm going to scroll back up and see where we got to. I probably won't be able to get back to where I was. So let's just have a quick look and see how far back up the chat we get. Very, very busy chat. Absolutely amazed, as always. Absolutely amazed how much support we get. So we've got Craig saying, I've just obliterated my like button. Well, thank you very much, Craig. I hope you haven't done any damage to your machine, whatever you're watching us on. I haven't done any damage to the screen, but thank you so much for liking the live stream. Gaster is saying our weather in Toronto is very messed up. I'm sorry to hear that, Gaster. But thank you for being with us from Toronto. We've got a real international audience with us today. Shiram, hello, Gabby. Do you think SSTs, Sea Surface Temperature Anomalies, in Pacific and Atlantic are more important for us to get a cold winter, or are they of equal importance? Very difficult to say which will be most important, Shiram. I think they're both important, really. ENSO is a very key driver. If you start getting El Nino sort of spiralling into a super event like we had in 2015-16, then it will always be curtains, really, for a cold winter. So I would rate that as like, sorry, that's the actual Pacific. I would rate that as the most important. But Pacific, Atlantic, they are both important, really. Probably for us, because we're right next door to it, the Atlantic is a little bit more important overall. But you can't ignore either. They both have very important key roles to play. Josh White saying, Gav, I know I asked this last Sunday, but it was a bit far out. Just wondered if Cardiff weather looks like, what Cardiff weather looks like for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Gav, look at 12Z very shortly, Josh. So you'll see then. I don't think it's going to be too bad. I don't think it's going to be too bad. But I'll look at 12Z then. Solar Cycles, CFS V2 roller coaster begins. Indeed, Solar Cycles, although if you've been watching the live streams over the past few weeks, you'll know we have been including a little bit of cheeky 12Z data for the winter 2020-21 quite recently. Celine D is saying, hi Gav, love the live stream, love the winter teasers, thanks so much. Thank you so much, Celine. I'm going to give you a shout out. I will be giving you a shout out in a coming video this week, probably on Tuesday. Got a couple of shouts to do. You will get your shout out, though, I promise, on Tuesday. Carl H, much brighter today, but definitely chilling wind. Iowa is saying, hi Gavin, so good evening, Iowa. Westy. Always great to see new names. Good evening, Westy. Saying, evening, Gav, hope you had a nice week off. Yeah, I had a great week. Thank you, Westy. Callum Turley, I'm isolating for 14 days because one of my family has symptoms of COVID-19. I'm sorry to hear that, Callum. Hope you and all your family members are okay. I'm really sorry to hear that, and get well soon to all of you. Craig saying, ECM going for 22 degrees in London next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. About average, not particularly exciting, man. Savvy turning clear and very cool in Northwest Wales, going to Ohm tonight to photograph Neowise and light a small campfire. That sounds really exciting, Savvy. That sounds like you're going to have a really interesting night. So, did you all see the pictures of Neowise that we had in the sunny round? I had loads and loads of pictures of Neowise. I'm sure we'll have more to share next week. So yes, I'm sure next week's sunny round we'll have more pictures of Neowise. Enjoy, Savvy. Enjoy your campfire and also photographing Comet Neowise. Shiram saying, really excellent analysis of moral reliability, Gavin, in your explanation. Thank you, Shiram. I can do this live streaming stuff sometimes, can't I? I can be okay at it. Thank you for that, Shiram. Kevin saying, the summer has turned into an anticlimax now. Even Mother Nature is showing hints of autumn. Mushrooms on my lawn, trees with autumn hints, and spring balls breaking to the surface. Well, it's a bit of an odd time of year to get spring bulbs, but yes, I do agree, Kevin, that there are a few sort of little hints within, like, the, within, like, nature, isn't there, of the autumn. Definitely there is. Probably because it's been rather cloudy and rather cool. But yeah, definitely that is the case. Alan Jones, welcome back. Just one question. So far the CET is 50.5. If it doesn't improve, could we get below 15 Celsius at month's end? I'll have a look at CET tomorrow, Alan, in tomorrow's 10 to 14 day update. Bring everybody up to date with it and where we're likely to finish up as our landing zone. For the CET. So hold fire, more about that tomorrow in the 10 to 14 dayer. Glenn Pevy, welcome back. Welcome back. Time flies. Really worried about the rather useless Azores High will completely lose its grip soon. It's a possibility, Glenn. We're going to have a look at 12-day data very soon. We're moving very quickly up towards 80 concurrent viewers. So hello, good evening, and thank you so much everybody for tuning in. We will have a look at some observational data for 12Z and the EC Ensembles very shortly. Jeffers Craft is with us. Jeffers Craft Gaming. Saying hi everyone, hi Gav, hope you are having a good day. I'm having a great day. Thank you, Jeffers, and thank you so much for being with us all the way from California. Okay, so Iceman is saying that Scott Richards has apparently said it would be in the worst since 2012 in Manchester for him. So it's not been quite as bad as that here, I don't think, but it's not been great, definitely. Also, Soft Shallow is with us. Hi, Gav. So good evening, Soft Shallow. Dominic Holmes has checked in. So good evening, Dominic. Nicky Batson saying, hoping for a warm, dry autumn so I can get the garden sorted. I hate dealing with wet leaves. Richard saying, Richard's stat attack. It's 50 years since the last time July was cooler city-wise than June in the same summer. That's 1970, isn't it, Rich? Setha is saying, welcome back, Gav. Hope you enjoyed your break. Yes, I did. Thank you, Setha. Josh White, yes, Gav, it's not been too bad here in the southwest this summer, but not great. Yeah, it's been sort of that in between type sort of pattern so far, but things might be about to get worse. We'll have to wait and see. So also Jack Lowe is with us. Hi Gav, hi Sammy, and hello everyone. I hope you're all okay. I'm great, thank you, Jack. Alan Petru, 1978 was a poor summer. We had more hot days than we have had this year. Rex Plays, hi from Germany. Good evening, Rex Plays. It's always fantastic to see new names in the live chat. So thank you so much, Rex, for being with us. Chris Clifford, evening, Gav. Hope you had a nice break, my friend. Yes, I had a fantastic break. Also, who else is with us? Michael Johnson, welcome back, Gavin. Bernard Hamill saying hi, everyone. Joseph Maria, I think that is, or Mayer. Joseph Mayer. Will winter 2021 be cold in Europe? We haven't started our winter updates yet, Joseph, but we're going to begin on the 6th of September. So you've not got long to wait now. 6th of September. I think it's going to be 7 weeks today. That's when we do the first Gav's Weather's winter update. And so, but we haven't released forecast yet. We have released an NAO forecast for winter 2020-21 though. That's suggesting a slight probability, sort of increased against average, perhaps, of a negative NAO, which would help to get us a colder winter for Northern Europe. So we should wait and see. Okay, so who else is with us? I'm going to have a look at that 12Z data very, very shortly. Don't worry, we will be doing that screen capturing very shortly. 85 concurrent viewers. Hello, good evening. Thanks so much, everybody, for being with us. Don't forget to smash your like button. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the Gav's Weather's YouTube channel. Give us a sub, give us a thumbs up, and let us know that you're enjoying the live stream by giving us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel as well. It is subscribe Sunday. Richard Palmer is with us. Summer is 6 weeks early this year. Will autumn and winter be the same? We shall see, Richard. Did we have summer in April and May? That's a question I think we're all asking ourselves now. Okay, so I think with that we'll probably go off and do that little bit of screen capturing that we've got to do, and we'll see how we'll see how things are looking. So, but big thank you to everybody for getting involved in the live chat. So what I'm going to do. Let's turn off shall we, the webcam. So the webcam has got to go, there we go, and the image is going to go as well, there we are, and we'll start display capturing. There we go, we're display capturing, and we're going to move over to XC Weather, and we're going to have a look at our latest observations. If you can just bear with me for around 2 seconds. Okay, so we're going to have a look at the latest observations from XC Weather, and these are how our temperatures are currently looking. So 21 degrees is flashing away there in several of the stations across the UK at the moment, particularly in southern England. So we've got 21 degrees at London Heathrow. We've got 21 degrees, 70 Fahrenheit at Yeovilton. Where else do we have 21 degrees? So we have 21 at Pershore. And we've got 21 at High Wycombe. So not too far from average, I don't suppose, for the 19th of July. Nothing to get excited about, particularly in the sunshine. 70 Fahrenheit is going to feel relatively warm, but it's certainly nothing to be overly excited about. Right, let's move northwards. Lake Vyrnwy is at only 14 degrees. Rhyl is at only 15 degrees. Doncaster is at 19, going further north still. Loftus is at 16. Heading up to Chatterhall at 17 degrees there, and Aviemore is at 15 degrees. Belfast is at 16, and then coming down into southwestern England, we've got Cardigan at 17. So we're sort of upper teens to just about scraping into the low 20s. It's another one of those days, and we've had a lot of them through this summer so far, where we're just about scraping towards average in the south. It's rather cooler than average up in the north. Even in the south, it's nothing to get particularly excited about. Okay, so let's have a look at the ECM Ensembles, shall we? So, of course, we can't bring you these in Gals Weather's Sunny Roundup. We was unable to do that. But what we can do is bring you them now. So this is the option that is on the table within the ECM Ensembles today from the Icelandic Met Office for day 10, which gets us to the 29th of July. And so, again, it's all looking rather flimsy, isn't it? 51 out of 51 members of the ECM Ensembles are going for some degree of northern blocking. So you see these orange and yellow colours up here around Greenland and in the northern latitudes. Like that is northern blocking, really, at the end of July. Also a slight ridge down to our southwest. As well, so that's the Azores high sort of there, but not ridging in enough to be able to give us a prolonged spell of dry weather. And we're sort of in between all of that, so probably with a shallow trough of low pressure, not desperately unsettled, not a washout, but not particularly inspiring either. Fair to middling, perhaps, is a way to describe it. Neither one thing nor another. 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. This gets us to the 3rd of August. Summer really ticking on then in 2 weeks' time. So 17 members of the ECM Ensembles in this top left-hand green colour box. We've got a trough of low pressure over and to the east of the country. They'll be pulling in sort of a northerly wind. And so they're going to be cool and unsettled. That option there is going to be cool and unsettled. The 17 in this middle top blue colour box is also cool and unsettled, with low pressure to the north and bringing in the wind from the westerly direction. So that's not particularly inspiring. I put the 17 there together with the 17 there, those two boxes. It doesn't look great with those options. However, we've got this top right-hand red colour box here that have got an area of high pressure over the top of the country. And so that will bring a more in way of dry and warm weather, probably. That will be a dry and warmer option, definitely, but only 10 doing that. And then 7 down here in this bottom left-hand colour, green colour box, we've sort of got a sort of flimsy ridge close to the country. It's trying to settle things down, probably, but with sort of heights within the northern latitudes, probably won't be able to do so, and will probably turn and settled quite soon afterwards. So definitely this top right-hand box here, this red colour box, is the best option if you want warm, dry weather. But generally, again, everything is looking rather mixed, looking rather flimsy, I have to say, as we move out into the early part of August within the EC Ensembles. It's 2 weeks away, it's a long way out, but it's kind of what we've had through this summer so far, really. Excuse me. Okay, so now we're moving over to a wetter central. And we're going to have a look at 12Z. So this is the GFS that we're starting off with, GFS 12Z. Let's see what this latest GFS run is showing. So the current situation is high pressure's out to our west-southwest, low pressure to our north-northeast, and we're bringing in the winds from like a northwesterly direction. So it's bound to be most settled in the south and southwest, most showery in the north, and with winds coming in from a northwesterly direction, temperatures are not going to be particularly exciting, as we've already established. So as we move out through the early part of next week, well, the Azores high is trying to throw up the ridge. So this is the Azores high out to our southwest. It's trying to throw up a ridge. It's trying to build in to Northern Europe. But we continue to have influences, albeit quite weak influences, but we continue to have influences from the jet stream to our north. So we move out into the middle part of next week, and we're bringing a little trough of low pressure into the north. That probably brings more in the way of showers or longer spells of rain into the second half of next week. And then that sort of slips down the eastern side of the country through the second half of next week, bringing more showers and possibly some longer spells of rain as well. Beyond that, so then low pressure begins to weaken, high pressure I should say begins to weaken, low pressure starts to move in from off the Atlantic as we go into next weekend. It's like it's turning more generally unsettled. There was that suggestion, was it Alan that had the suggestion that we might get some very warm weather next weekend? Certainly with this GFS run, no sign of that. If anything, it's going the opposite direction with low pressure rolling in, bringing more general spells of rain and probably quite cool temperatures as well next weekend. We're up to Monday the 27th of July now, looking unsettled and cool as well. And then moving out up towards day 10. Again, we're trying to get this ridge building up from the Azores high, but we never get rid of these areas of low pressure out to our north and northwest. So at day 10, the next low is sort of slipping in from the northwest. It's up to 29th of July now, looking rather mixed with the GFS up to day 10. Then moving on into the extended range, this takes into the early days of August. Again, it's staying unsettled. No sign of a sustained build of pressure there. As far as we can go is Tuesday the 4th of August. Generally still looking rather mixed. There's a little transient bump of high pressure building up there. But the next low is in the Atlantic, and you will probably expect that to roll in over top that little transient ridge and turn us quite unsettled again as we move further on through the first week of August. So mixed sums it up with the GFS 12Z. Definitely mixed sums it up for the next couple of weeks. That's how the UK Met is looking for Wednesday. So again, we've got this little ridge crossing England and Wales. Probably brings a reasonably dry and quite warm day there. A little low pressure across northern parts of Scotland. That will bring some showers or some longer spells of rain to them. Thursday, trough is dropping in from the northwest. That's bringing sort of showers, perhaps some longer spells of rain. It just generally turns more unsettled really as we move up towards next weekend. This is Saturday the 25th of July. We're at a trough of low pressure. So yes, very showery, probably quite cool. Certainly not particularly inspiring there. And then I'll have a look at GEM, and then I'll head back to YouTube for a couple of minutes, and then we will have a look at CFS V2, which I know is what a lot of you are away from. But I want to go back to YouTube and just see what you've all been saying before we have a look at the CFS. Okay, so this is for GM. We can't show the ECM. Again, I always have to explain this. The ECM does not update until between 7 and 8 o'clock. So when we're in GMT, we'll be able to bring you the ECM 12Z as well at this time between 6 and 7 o'clock. But at the moment, we can't bring you the ECM. So the GM has this ridge across the country on Wednesday. That brings us a lot of dry and quite warm weather, but low pressure coming into the north, bringing some showery bursts up there. And then into the second half of next week, again turning more showery as low pressure drops in from the north. It's not desperately unsettled. This is not a 2007. It's not a 2012, at least for the south it is. We're not talking about daily sort of deluges and severe flooding. It's just mixed and showery and not particularly inspiring. But if northern blocking starts getting going, then we could see a deterioration. Now we're up to the 28th of July, and we're again trying to build up this little transient ridge from the southwest from the Azores High. But GM is making a little bit more of that by day 10. So by day 10, this is the first sort of area of high pressure we've seen from tonight's 12Z data. The GM is making a little bit more of that ridge by day 10. So that's an actual area of high pressure that's been up, not just a ridge, that's an area of high pressure which is sitting across England Wales. That obviously would take us back to much more summer-like weather, but it's 10 days away, it's a long way out, and it all hinges on this low pressure just here. Let's go back to it. This low pressure just here has got to sort of go scooting off up to the north. If a jet stream rolls heading over top of a ridge, then that low will sort of flatten the ridge off. So it's very flimsy, you know, it's on a knife edge that it could easily go unsettled, but the GM does actually build up an area of high pressure by day 10. But overall, I would say that the 12Z data tonight is a mixed bag. It's not particularly inspiring, and for the rest of July, certainly, it looks a mixed bag, I have to say. Not a deluge pattern for the south at least, but certainly mixed and not particularly exciting. Okay, so that's brought you up to date with all of that. So I think we're going to go back to YouTube for a couple of minutes. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the display capture. There we go, display capture is turned off. I'm going to put the image back up, and I'll also put the webcam back up as well. There we go. I am back. Good evening, everybody. So we shall then go back to YouTube. Just a couple of minutes. I'm going to have a look at CFS V2, but I just want to head back to YouTube very quickly and see what you've all been making of that. So hello, good evening. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to our Sunday evening live stream. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm gradually getting myself back into the swing of things after being off for after being off for a little while. I'm gradually beginning to get myself back into the swing of the live streams and the videos and recording and everything else. So hopefully I'm doing it okay. It can take me a little while to get myself back up to speed after having a few days off. Right, so very quickly go through some of the comments, then we'll have a look at CFS V2. So you're hanging around, waiting for the CFS, not got much longer to wait, and then we'll do a little CFS look ahead. Okay, so Alpha SB is saying we're still in autumn of 2019. Does feel a little bit like that, doesn't it, SB? I have to say it does feel a little bit like that, but of course it could be that we had summer in the spring. It could be that summer was actually in April and May, so they were very summer-like, I think. But it does feel as though now it is a little bit, I wouldn't necessarily say autumnal, because it's not that bad where I am, but I think areas further north, probably it is feeling quite autumnal there. Dr. Dree is with us. Hey, Gav, so good evening, Dr. Dree. Also, we've got Perspective saying how long it's been live streaming since 6 o'clock. Perspective. Live streams are at 6 o'clock on a Sunday, 6 o'clock on a Wednesday. So yeah, I've been live streaming since 6. I'll be here for another 10-15 minutes or so. I'm not going to run this much beyond 7 o'clock, maybe 5 minutes or so, but we're not going to go too late. Okay, so who else is with us? Let's have a look. We've got Jamie saying autumn is coming in fast and it's most welcome here. So I think Jamie is a fan of the autumn. Apple UK. Hi Gavin, I saw a tweet today regarding the latest ECM seasonal model for winter and it looks rather interesting. Yeah, unfortunately I've not been able to bring the ECM Bedroom France and DWD long range update today as I would normally do so, but I'm going to try and get that done in the week. So hang around Apple and you'll see more later on in the week. Right, so let's see what else you've been saying. Let's move down. Chris Ailing. Okay, bye everyone. I'm going to give someone else a charge to comment. Finish watching the live stream. So goodbye, Chris. Okay, so Rex Plays, warm and sunny in Germany today. Right, who else is with us? John Stenson, good evening, Gab. It's great to see you back again and looking so refreshed after a few days' break. I'm so looking forward to the start of Winter Countdown starting in September. Not long to go now, John. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for the lovely comments as always. So we haven't got long to go for the winter updates begin. 6th of September will be winter update number 1. That's 7 weeks today. 6 weeks today, we'll have the last Gaz Webby's Sunday Roundup. That'll be the 30th of August. I've checked the calendar this afternoon. So the last Gaz Webby's Sunday Roundup is going to be on the 30th of August. Then the following week, 6th of September, that's 6 weeks today. Following week, 7 weeks today. We're going to have the first winter updates, and we'll do winter updates then every week through September, October, November to release Gaz Webby's winter forecast at the beginning of December. It's getting ever closer. The countdown is getting ever closer. Exciting times, I'm sure you will all agree, hopefully. Up to 90 concurrent viewers. You're all waiting for the CFS, aren't you? A couple more minutes, and then we'll have a look. Please give us a like on the video. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know through the live chat that you've enjoyed it. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And that's absolutely great if you can do that for us. Neil Smith. Hi, Gavin. Welcome back. Hope you're well rested. Loving the cool weather in Brighton of late. Looking forward to winter updates too. There's a lot of excitement already starting to build. I can sense it. A lot of excitement already starting to build, isn't there? About the winter updates. Could it be good news that having a cooler winter, cooler summer, I should say? Could it be good news that having a cooler summer for this coming winter? Do we need to see the heat and the warmth draining away to get a cold winter? And is that something to happen through this summer? Let me know in the live chat what you think about that idea. Richard, very average summer 2020 continues. Yes, definitely. So also, who else we've got with us? Angie Denton. Glad you had a good break, Gav, and Sammy did a great job filling in for you. I hate the heat, so this summer's not too bad for me. Looking forward to Gav's winter updates. The expectation, excitement is already starting to build about these winter updates, isn't it? So Soft Shallow last year, we scroll down to the bottom of the chat, so sorry about that, everyone. So I think Soft Shallow was saying last year a few harsh winter days, January and February. So yes, Shiram saying agree with you. Angie, light pleasant summer days. Savvy saying looking very mixed. Yeah, the model output's not great. It's up to 94 concurrent viewers. I won't keep you waiting for CFS much longer. Alan Jones, I'm sure that's the case, but can't help but feel trolled by those talking about a heat wave. I'm not sure where that came from, Alan. There's very little sign of a heat wave at the moment. Always stick to Gaz weather vids, my friend. We'll keep you up to date, whatever's going on. If there's going to be a hit, well, of course, I've been away, so I haven't been able to keep everybody updated myself. But my pal, Savvy, as we've been saying, has been doing 5-day, 7-day forecasts. If there's going to be a heat wave, I'll let everybody know. So stick with Gaz weather vids, and you'll know when something like a heat wave is coming. I promise you that. Okay, so Kevin saying, yes, we're losing quality ridging from the Azores High. It was so simple in April and May, wasn't it, to get that Azores High ridging in, but now it seems to be so difficult. Right, so I've come to the end of the live chat, I think, more or less. So I'm going to go back to the CFS, and what we're going to do is, I'm going to not go back to CFS, but I am going to go to the CFS, and we're going to have a look at what the CFS is forecasting for not only the next few months, but also for the winter of 2020-21. We've got 92 concurrent viewers. I've kept you all waiting for this long enough. This is what you're all waiting for. I know it is. So I've kept you all waiting long enough, and let's do it. So what we've got to do again is we're going to turn off the webcam again. That's going to go. And the display capture is not the display capture. The image is going to go as well. We're going to turn on the display capture, as we can't do screen sharing without that. And we're going to move over to the CPC, to Climate Prediction Centre, which of course runs CFS V2. Right, so I just want to bring up to date with the next few months first of all. So we're going to run this live stream for around another 10 minutes. We will sort of overrun by 5 minutes or so, but I think it's justified to do that when we've got winter data to look at. What do you think about that? So here we go. This is how August is looking. So this is August 700 millibar height anomaly. I hope you can all see this okay. This is August 2020 700 millibar height anomaly. Continues to look rather mixed. So the blue colours basically going to be low pressure. Yellow, orange and red will be high pressure. So for August, it continues to be a continuation of what we've had through this summer. We've got a weak ridge to our southwest. That's the Azores high, trying to ridge in, but not as strong as you would normally expect in August. And just sort of sitting to ourselves. It's also got low pressure around Iceland, so remain rather flat and westerly. So mixed weather continues. Again, not a particular suggestion of a deluge type pattern. We're not stuck under the trough. The trough is over Iceland. But just not great. Continues to look mixed for August. Right, let's go to September. That's how September 700 millibar height anomaly is looking. Again, rather mixed. We've got a ridge down to our southwest. It looks quite weak. It's not ridging into northern Europe. If anything, we've possibly got a sort of weak trough of low pressure close to the north and northeast of the country. Jet stream would probably be a line northwest to southeast. That could be rather mixed. Maybe, dare I say, a little bit unsettled for September. So not a particularly inspiring 700 millibar height anomaly for September either. Let's go to October. And excuse me once again, this is October 700 millibar height anomaly. This looks a little bit more promising from a higher pressure perspective. So with this one, we've got a ridge down to our south-southwest. That's bringing quite a bit of dry weather with it. It is trying to ridge northwards as well. Low pressure up towards Greenland and Iceland, as you would expect in October, of course. That could bring some drier days. Probably average sort of temperatures. Winds are a bit westerly, I would have thought. It's not desperately exciting, but it could be a little bit drier in October. Right, getting ever closer to winter now. This is how November 700 millibar height anomaly is looking. We are now at month number 4, of course, so we're a very long way out. But this is a 700 millibar height anomaly for November 2020. This one looking rather unsettled. Low pressure is kind of into the north of the UK and over towards Scandinavia. We've got to reach down towards Spain. Probably bringing like a westerly to somewhat northwesterly flow. Again, looks rather mixed with that. Showers along the spells of rain would be expected. Could be a little bit of cool potential as winds are in from like a northwesterly type direction. So potentially that does send us a little bit, give us a little bit of wind potential further north. But it's mainly westerly, I think, that. So not particularly cold scenario. Right, again now to winter. So this is December's 2020 700 millibar height anomaly. We've got a mid-Atlantic ridge here. These yellow curves in the middle of the North Atlantic, and they're going up towards Greenland. There's a trough of low pressure over Scandinavia, and somewhat unusually for this kind of pattern, we've got a ridge of high pressure also around Italy. That looks a little bit odd, because if you've got a mid-Atlantic ridge going up towards Greenland and a trough of low pressure over Scandinavia, you would generally expect lower than average height. You'd expect low pressure coming over to this side of the chart. You'd expect low pressure there around Italy and that sort of area. A little bit of wind shear potential with that as we got this low pressure over Scandinavia, mid-Atlantic ridge up to Greenland. That could pull the winds into the north. So it's probably not a classic cold month. You would need to get rid of that high pressure around Italy, but there is wind shear potential in with that. And then this is January. This looks quite interesting for January. This is January 2021. It's 6 months away. But the high pressure then is kind of centering itself around Greenland. Trough of low pressure over Scandinavia. Come over here. Trough of low pressure over Scandinavia. Still a very weak ridge around Spain. You do need to get rid of that to go into a cold pack because you want to send a jet stream south. You with this sort of pattern of high pressure around Greenland, low pressure over Scandinavia. You want to send the jet stream south through the middle of the Atlantic into Spain and on into the Mediterranean. So you need to get rid of that little ridge there. It is a very weak ridge though, so I don't think there will be too much problem getting rid of that. And overall, with high pressure around Greenland, low pressure over Scandinavia, there is wind shear potential there with the January 2021 700 millibar high anomaly. That could bring some wind shear conditions. Definitely it could, particularly so to northern parts of the country, but there will be wind shear potential through many areas. To turn to a classic cold month, again, you've got to get rid of that little ridge around Spain, but it's quite a weak ridge. I don't think there'd be too much of a problem getting rid of that. Let's have a look at so then month by month, let's have a look at the seasonal 700 millibar height anomalies. So we'll look at November, December, January first of all. So this is the November, December, January 700 millibar height anomaly from the CFS V2 for winter 2020-2021. Again, you see, it's trying to set up a cold pattern, really. We've got a ridge around Green, so we've got hints of northern blocking, these yellow colours up towards Greenland, going into the Arctic, and a trough of low pressure from eastern Scotland to Scandinavia. That should generally force the wind into the north. Complication is this ridge that's across southern Europe. You've got to send the jet stream southwards to get the wind into the north. So this ridging that's going on right through the Med is a little bit strange with high pressure around Greenland and low pressure around Scandinavia. So it's trying to get us into a cold pattern. It's not quite there though for November, December, January. Nevertheless, there's a little bit of wind shear potential. Now this is 700 millibar height anomaly for the winter 2020-21 itself. This is December to February 2020-2021. This is very interesting. So we've got high pressure blocking around Greenland. We've got the orange colours appearing around Greenland. That's genuine northern blocking. Trough of low pressure is over to the east of the country. That ridge that's across southern Europe weakens a lot and generally moves over towards the southeastern corner of the Med down here. So overall, that's trying to set up, or it is setting up a cold pattern, I think. If we looked at the temperature anomalies, which I won't do, but if we looked at the temperature anomalies for winter 2020-2021, I dare say it would show a mild winter, because CFS always shows milder than average temperatures. But from a 700 millibar height anomaly, which as I always say is most important, it's what I concentrate on, the pressure. So, from that perspective, it looks very, very interesting. You've got to get the pattern in place first of all, and then you worry about temperature anomalies and so on after that. But you've got to get the blocking in place, and that is showing non-blocking there around Greenland with those orange colours. So that looks like a cold winter to me, or cold winter pattern. And for January, February, March, again, it goes on into late winter too. Again, hints of high pressure up towards Greenland. Probably jet stream coming a little bit further north with these blue colours. But overall, again, the hints are there from the CFS that we could be in for quite an interesting winter. Now, this is Patal Peng's analogue for the winter of 2020-21. I showed you this last week. This is a 200 millibar height anomaly. So, again, we've got this high pressure that is up towards Greenland here with Patal Peng's analogues. These red colours, that's high pressure blocking towards Greenland. Compare that to what the CFS is showing for winter 2020-21. I think there's a similarity there. The trough of low pressure with Patal Peng's analogue is more towards Spain and southern Europe. But overall, I think like the CFS V2 700mAh high anomaly for 2021 and Patalpeng's analog for winter 2021, I think they're quite similar, really. They certainly have a lot of similar trends going for them, I think. So yes, it continues to look quite interesting for this winter from these long-range models. But do bear in mind, it's early days. It is early days on this. And so it's really from September that we'll be able to start taking model output a little bit more seriously. But the CFS is doing things that I haven't seen it do for quite a while with this sort of with these northern blocking hints for this winter. So all in all, another interesting live stream for the winter 2021 from a cold winter perspective. Again, bear in mind, you've got to take this with a pinch of salt. It's just for fun. It's to have a laugh at it. But yeah, it looks quite interesting again from the CFS V2. I wanted to bring you Beijing Climate Centre. I was unable to. I haven't updated. Hopefully next Sunday's live stream we'll be able to bring you the Beijing Climate Centre for the winter of 2021. But there we go. That's what CFS is showing at the moment. Okay, so we're just going to wrap up the live stream then. We've been talking for quite a long time, so we've been here for over an hour. I won't keep you too much longer. So what I'm going to do is just turn off the display capture. We'll put the image back up for the final time. We will also enable the webcam again for the final time. Hello and good evening to all of you. And let's go back to YouTube, shall we, for the last time. And I'm going to see what you've all been making of that. And then we'll wrap up. We will be wrapping up the live stream. Okay, so been very, very busy in the chat. I can see that quite clearly. Still have 84 concurrent viewers, so good evening. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with us on this live stream. If you haven't liked the video yet, then please give us a thumbs up on the video. And can you also subscribe to the channel if you are not yet subbed? Okay, so we'll just have one or two more of your questions and then I'll wrap this up around 5 minutes. So we won't keep you here for too much longer. Callum is saying blackberries out here already could be a sign of cold weather. I tend to think a lot of that sort of stuff is related to what weather's been like preceding the season rather than sort of predicting what's going to happen. Other forecasters take a different view to that, but for me, like you've got a lot of berries, it will be because when the berries were setting, whatever time of year they set, then the weather was very conducive for that to happen. So I don't think that sort of thing is predictive for what's going to happen. I think it tells you more what the conditions were like when the berries or whatnot were setting. But other forecasters do take a different view to that. That's just my own personal opinion. So Kevin saying flat westerly. Mikey Pierce is with us saying it's good weather in eastern Scotland. Carl H. Icelandic low, Azores high, flat pattern. Let's move on down. Katrine is saying my garden blackberries are ready to eat. Even my Michaelmas daisies have started to blossom. So there's a lot going on out there in the garden, isn't there? Sally saying, wow, until September, nice October. They're ticking the boxes for a possible cold winter. Possibly, Sally, you know what I'm looking for. With the weather patterns through the autumn. Cool until September, warm, dry October. Probably a wet November, but it doesn't matter whether it's cold and wet or whether it's mild and wet. Shiram saying looks interesting so far. Cool wet September, dry, fairly warm October. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's move on down. Shiram, December looks cold. December looks cold. Also, Kevin, December could be mild start, white Christmas finish. You never know, Kev. You never know about that. Right, okay, so we're going to wrap this up very, very shortly. Just dropped under 80 concurrent viewers, so we'll be wrapping this up really, really soon. I'll just have a look at one or two more of your questions. Samuel Bentley is with us. Hello, Gav. So good evening, Samuel. We're very nearly at the end of a live stream now, but thank you so much, Sam, for being with us. Graham Latham. Hi, Gav. So lots of people still checking in. So thank you so much, everybody, for checking in. We are going to wrap this up very, very shortly. Joe, awesome one, giving us a thumbs up. Dylan Holbrook, thank you, Sally, for moderating and providing us weathers with some excellent content this week. Yes, thank you so much, Dylan, and also to Savvy. Mark Kanish, Gavin, could the northern blocking be a bit of a teaser for winter? Probably a bit early. We pop back up to 80 concurrent viewers, by the way. Probably a bit early, Mark. If we're still getting northern blocking in like September, then it starts getting very, very interesting. Does start getting very, very interesting then. Okay, so who else is with us? So Dylan saying, thank you, Gav, for lovely stream and great to see you back. Thank you so much, Dylan, and it's good to be back. I think I've been a bit rusty on this one. I'm not sure I've been 100% really performing, but it's going to take me a little while to get back into swing of things. But I'll get back into the swing of it, I'm quite sure about that. Okay, so I think pretty much come to the end of the live chat. Hello, everybody, at the end of a live chat. I don't always get to the end of a live chat. so good evening and hello to all of you at the end of the live chat. Richard, remember, each time it's different. Look for trends overall. Yeah, that's right, Rich. Look for the trend. I think the trends are quite interesting. Personally, I think the trends are quite interesting, particularly with CFS at the moment, but you are dead right there. Look for the trend. Mortal, hi Gab. Well, we're at the end of the live stream, got new people checking in, so good evening, Mortal. Hope you've enjoyed our live stream. Okay, so I also saw SB saying mild New Year's Day. New Year's always mild, SB. But if we get a cold and snowy Christmas, I don't think anybody would care, really. I wouldn't anyway. I'd love a cold Christmas. I'd also love a cold New Year, though, as well, I must admit. Shiram, great stream, Gavin. Thank you so much, Shiram. Kevin, yes, the charts are still giving us hope for great things for autumn, I believe. So, yes, definitely. Sally saying, welcome to the cool side of the chat, a.k.a. all of the chat. Thank you, Sally. Neil Smith, thanks, Gavin. Brilliant live stream. Thank you so much, Neil. And Craig, don't forget to play it back for the bits missed in the chat or on the chat. Josh saying, thanks, Gav, for a great stream. And I'm glad you're back. It's great to be back. And thank you so much, Josh. And thank you, everybody, for being with us on our live stream this evening. Okay, so with that, we're going to wrap it up. So, again, great live stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for this live stream. It's been absolutely marvellous. I've had a blast. I've really enjoyed it. Again, not sure I'm, a little bit rusty after having a few days off. But I'm going to get back into swing of things over the next few days. Probably going to take me a day or two to get into swing of things. But I'll be properly up to speed, I think, in a couple of days' time, I would have thought. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for being with us on our live stream tonight. Thank you to Savvy for moderating, as always. Big thank you to Savvy for moderating the live chat. And, you know what's coming up over the next few days. So, I don't need to tell you what's happening over the next few days. Over recording schedule. Tomorrow, we've got a 10 to 14-dayer coming up, for example. USA forecast should be back tomorrow as well. Tuesday ECM, 4-week look ahead, I think, is scheduled in for then. And yeah, so just big thank you to all of you for being with us on our live stream. Oh, watch out for Sammy's 5-day forecast on Wednesday as well. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for being with us. And I'm going to end the live stream there. I'll cut off the stream and enjoy the rest of your sunny evening. Next Sunday, we're going to try and have a look at Beijing Climate Centre for the coming winter. Hopefully they'll have updated by next Sunday. Okay, I'm going to cut off the live stream there. Stay safe and stay well, and we'll see you for our next live stream on Wednesday, of course, again at 6 o'clock. But for this live stream, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for listening, and bye for now. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.